Hello, Belmont. This is Hannah Fisher with your community calendar. Happy March and welcome to Women's History Month and the start of daylight savings time. This last snowstorm threw me for a loop. Where, oh, where is spring? And why does this seem like the longest winter in memory? I am reminded of a Robert Frost poem, Two Tramps in Mud. In it, Frost writes, "But if you so much as dare to speak, a cloud comes over the sunlit arch, a wind comes off a frozen peak, and you're 2 months back in the middle of March." So I am reminded to look forward, not back, lest I am transported back to our 20 inches of snow. Regardless of your love of snow and cold, you definitely need these upcoming events to raise your spirits, get you ready for spring, and to bring music and poetry to your ears. So on to all that Belmont has in store for you. Keeping with poetry, and Robert Frost in particular, our first March event takes place at the Beach Street Center. Belmont resident Wendy Drexler will lead 4 Frost poetry readings and discussions on March 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. Sit back and listen to wonderful poetry and then examine them in the context of Frost's life and the times in which he wrote. Registration for this series is required. Please call 617-993-2972. As Frost so famously stated, poetry is what gets lost in translation. Don't miss this great opportunity to dive into Frost's work and make translations of your own. While many of our gardens are buried under several feet of snow, it's actually time to think about winter pruning. On Wednesday, March 11th at 7:30 p.m. at the NAASR Auditorium, Jen Kettle, a consulting arborist serving the New England area, will talk about winter pruning of trees, shrubs, and woody vines. Find out why this time of year is so significant with respect to pruning and learn the techniques to begin pruning in your own gardens. This lecture will cover objectives, appropriate tools, personal protective gear, pruning techniques, and where to seek additional resources. The Ann Allen Lecture Series, hosted by the Belmont Garden Club, honors the gardening legacy of Ann Allen. This lecture is free and open to the public. There is nothing more likely to tempt me out of the house than the annual Belmont High School musical. This year's production of Urinetown, the musical, will run from March 12th through 14th at the BHS Theater. Urinetown, the musical, is a satirical comedy that premiered in 2001. It satirizes the legal system, capitalism, social responsibility, populism, bureaucracy, corporate mismanagement, and municipal politics. Seems quite timely. The musical is considered PG or PG-13, but be prepared, you may go home humming "It's a Privilege to Pee." Tickets are available at belmontpack.booktix.com. When the ground is covered in snow and ice, it can be difficult to find indoor recreation activities. Lucky for us, the Friends of the Belmont Public Library are turning the library into a putting green. Okay, it is more like a mini golf course. On Friday, March 13th from 6:30 to 9 p.m., there will be a putt and pint ticketed event where attendees can play 18 holes of mini golf and enjoy local beer and snacks. On Saturday, mini golf is free and open to all from 10 to 4. What a great way to experience the new library. Golf your way through. Visit belmontpubliclibrary.net for additional information about these 2 mini golf events. On Sunday, March 15th at 5:30 p.m., Attica School of Music is proud to present an evening of world-class chamber music featuring pianist Constantine Finehouse and cellist Tyler Michael James. This will be an inspiring evening of chamber music featuring 2 internationally respected artists performing cornerstone works of the cello and piano repertoire, from the depth and intimacy of Beethoven to the sweeping romantic power of Rachmaninoff. Visit atticaschoolofmusic.com for additional information and to register for this event. On to an event that is much needed at the moment. A Tools for Disagreeing Better workshop will be held on Saturday, March 21st from 9:30 to noon at the Belmont Public Library. This event is sponsored by the Belmont Library, Belmont Against Racism, and the Belmont Pan-Asian Coalition. This important event helps participants understand the values and concerns of those who differ from them politically and teaches essential skills for communicating across differences and finding common ground. The goals of this workshop include learning skills for listening in a way that makes others feel heard and acquiring skills for sharing viewpoints in a way that other people will hear even if they disagree. This workshop is free and open to everyone. Registration suggested at belmontpubliclibrary.net. On to something we can all agree on. Theater is amazing for all ages, and now the Belmont Public Library has started a theater club for ages 7 to 10. Beginning on March 24th from 3:30 to 4:15 p.m., tweens can experience acting, comedy, scripts, and games. If you know a 7 to 10-year-old who likes to perform, this club is for them. Space is limited, so please register at belmontpubliclibrary.net. It's time to celebrate Transgender Visibility Month with poets Stephanie Burt and Catherine Rockwood at an event titled Mermaids, Mutants, Polycules, Migratory Birds, and Other Reasons to Keep Going. Hosted by the Belmont LGBTQ Alliance and the Belmont Public Library on Tuesday, March 24th from 7 to 8:45, Burt, professor of English at Harvard University and distinguished literary critic and poet, and Catherine Rockwood, a poet and independent scholar, will read from their pieces. Light refreshments will be provided following the event in Morrissey Hall. Additional information is available at belmontlgbtq.com. From performing skits to performing oil changes, the Belmont Recreation Department is premiering an Everything You Need to Know About Auto Repair class. This course, open to those 16 and older, is led by an experienced mechanic and instructor who can make all things automotive both fun and clear. The course will focus on common problems encountered with any vehicle. You'll be better able to diagnose problems, perform basic maintenance, and deal competently and knowledgeably with local mechanics. Held at the Beach Street Center on March 26th, registration is required for this multi-week course. Visit belmont.myrec.com for additional information. On March 26th, the Belmont Women's Club and the Belmont Pan-Asian Coalition bring us a fireside chat about women in community service. Starting at 7 p.m., the public is invited to engage in conversations honoring service leadership, the impact, and the inspiring contributions of women working to strengthen Belmont. Space is limited for this free event, so please RSVP to info@belmontwomensclub.com. I needed to look up the proper pronunciation for this next event, but I think I've got it. On Saturday, March 28th from 6 to 8 p.m., the Powers Music School will host a Ceilidh, which is an Irish social gathering featuring folk music, dancing, and storytelling. Put on your most comfortable shoes to participate in Irish music and dance traditions, to listen to fiddle and folk music, or even play in the open band, and to try some simple Irish Ceilidh dances with instruction from a dance caller. For more information, visit powersmusic.org. No dancing around this next event, although there might be some whining and howling. It's time for Belmont pets to receive their yearly rabies vaccine. A clinic will be held on Saturday, March 28th from 1 to 3 p.m. Please bring proof of residency, proof of prior vaccinations, payment in the form of a check or cash, and, of course, your dog or cat. Belmont voters rely on their mailed voter guides and take part in their brown bag luncheons, but many residents don't know much about the League of Women Voters. The League, a women-led organization, believes that freedom to vote is a nonpartisan issue. For more than a century, they have worked to empower voters and defend democracy. Belmont's League of Women Voters holds extremely informative candidates' nights each year. Here to talk about the League and Candidates' Night is Maryann Scali. Welcome, Maryann.
Oh, thank you. I'm Maryann Scali. I'm co-president this year of the League. I've been president for many years. Belmont's League, as Hannah said, is over 100 years old, and we were recognized by the Board of Selectmen a few years ago with a proclamation. Our main job is to educate and inform people and encourage people to participate in local and state government. For those who don't know much about the League, I have 3 WW League of Women Voters local.org. If you want the Mass League, it's www.lwvmass.org. And for US, it's www.lwv.org. We encourage men to join too, by the way, Hannah. It's women and men. It's not just women anymore. And we do have a few male members. The League is not funded. We raise our own money, and we've have no grants or anything. We just have generous members who like to contribute to us over the years. Candidates Night is our big thing coming up, and it will be Wednesday, March 25th at 7 o'clock, and it will be Zoom. And to me, it's a fun night because you get to see all the people who are on that ballot live. And the new thing is, it's been instituted a few years ago. Town meeting members are invited to give a 10-second spotlight on name, address, and one little thing about why they're running. And we do all 8 precincts. Not every town meeting member participates, but the ones that do, it's fun to watch them. And then we go to the uncontested candidates. And we always, over the years, even when we had it in person, invited them to come and talk and give their viewpoints on things. And we would ask questions. But now it's all Zoom. And it's this year, we only have one contested race, and that's moderator. So You will see the town meeting members first, then you'll see the uncontested members who are on the ballot, and then you will see the contested. And we encourage people to ask questions of the candidates. Who runs the meeting? Well, we go out of our way to get a nonpartisan moderator. She's Margaret Kopp, and she comes from Lexington. The league has many moderators. They're trained and they know what to do. So she's very impartial about that.
Right. And Maryann, what if somebody wanted to help kind of behind the scenes or help with, I can only imagine that putting together the voter guide, putting together candidates nights and some of these luncheons takes a lot of person power. How does someone get involved with the league?
Well, you join it and then you can be part of it. And right now we're all proofreading. Again, it's come a long way from, doing it on your typewriter and bringing it in person, and everything is on Zoom. So we all volunteer. There's at least 3 to 5 people who work it and make sure everything's correct, dates, what they say, spellings, so forth. And the biggest thing is attendance. And the town clerk works with us on that. It's very important. If a town meeting member doesn't attend very much, generally they lose. So you will find that. You'll find their name, their address, what they have to say. They have now, I think, 100 words to say what they want to say, and their attendance record. Do you have any other questions that you want? Oh, the big thing now, and I'm getting excited about it, it's called Vote a Girl. We're going to work with the Girl Scouts in Belmont, the 4th grade troops. And I guess the 9th grade Girl Scouts are going to be involved too. And what we're trying to do, it's a national thing that the Kent, Ohio started. And it's to help women be involved in civic education, our females, put it that way, in civic education. And I'm looking forward to it. We're having our first meeting in a week or so. And then we'll meet with the Girl Scouts within the month. And it's set up for next year. So I'm looking forward to that because I was a Girl Scout, and so wasn't Diane Palmer, who's my co-president. So we're going to be working with the Girl Scouts.
That's fantastic. And tell us once more, how long have you been involved with the league?
Me? 19. I think I joined everything in 1970.
Oh, wow. That's great. And have you seen, what's the biggest difference in what the league did when you joined in 1970 compared to what it does now?
I'm glad you asked that question because we didn't have a capital budget committee. There were a lot of things that Belmont didn't have. So the league studied them and compared them with other cities and towns. And then we presented it. When we do a proposal and we vote on it, we study it, and then we have a daytime meeting for our members and a nighttime meeting for our members. And they vote and discuss it. And then we take that vote, and that's how we can back things like the library. We always believed in promoting the library. And so when they came and they were running again, I myself could put a sign on my lawn because as president, I have to be non-committal. But I was all excited that I could put a sign on, or I could put a sign on and say vote. But I can't put any candidates on my lawn until I resign, which I'm leaving in June.
No, but good for you. Some time off.
Well, I'll be on the board, but not president. I think you're tired of looking at me. But anyway, any other questions?
Wonderful. Yeah, can you just remind us once again when Candidates Night is? We will have some information on the screen as well. So just tell us when Candidates Night is. Go ahead.
March 25th, and it's Zoom. Okay. And you'll have a link. And that will all be in the voter guide. Yeah, that should be it'll be published soon because they're working on that now, but I know it's March 25th and it's Zoom.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Maryann. I appreciate all that you do for this town, and I look forward to Candidates Night.
Well, thank you so much for inviting the league. We're very happy to be part of the community.
Great. Thank you. That's it for this edition of the Belmont Community Calendar. If you would like to see your event featured on this program, please email event details to joanna@belmontmedia.org. Thank you. And now here's a list of upcoming Belmont meetings that Belmont Media Center will air.